Hello everyone, this is Bricks Unlimited and welcome to the first ever vlog on the channel. So this is going to be basically a compilation of all the stuff that was leading up to the minifigure collection video. Just kind of a behind the scenes process behind that. So I hope you guys, like this kind of content, kind of seeing, what goes on, behind each video and that kind of nature. And then, beyond that, I think for future videos, I'll kind of do, more stuff like, like I said, like going to the Lego store and getting a couple things, or, just going to a third-party store and checking out if they have Lego, that kind of thing. So, who knows? But for now, enjoy the video and give it a like if you enjoy. And yeah. Alright, so pardon the mess, but we're getting ready to do the video on showing all of my Lego minifigure collection. We've got some Lord of the Rings stuff packed up from the last move that I did. So I'm going to be throwing all these guys on this big base plate here, and trying to find whatever minifigs I can find so that I can have them all in one place for you guys to see. I'm glad that I'm pushing myself to make these videos and kind of take advantage of the space that I've had here, like I've said before. So that's just a little insight into what I'm working on for the video. So in case the Ziploc bag didn't do justice the size of the collection that I've got of Lord of the Rings and Hobbit stuff, yeah, it's a lot. And I will say almost none of these minifigures are secondhand bought. The only ones that I will say are secondhand are all of the ones from the Lonely Mountain set. So all of the dwarves and that one Bilbo that comes in that set is secondhand. There's like a Rohan soldier somewhere in here that's also secondhand. This King Thorin is secondhand. This is the Rohan soldier right here. So besides that, everything else was bought at the time that they were out for retail. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. So yeah, I'm about to get these bad boys on the base plate. One thing I have to keep in mind when I put these guys on a base plate is how gentle and delicate I have to be when putting them on. Because if you didn't know, this era of Lego was when they had, for whatever reason, they had elements of dark brown and reddish brown and dark red that were very brittle. So I have to like make sure that nothing cracks as I put these guys on. I usually try to take very good care of them when I put them away and stuff, so nothing has happened, thankfully. But yeah, I just thought I'd share that because so often I see all these minifigures breaking and stuff, and it's heartbreaking. Like, I don't understand why there was such poor quality at that time. But anyway, yeah, just thought I'd share that. So as I was putting together the Lord of the Rings base plate and finishing that up, the room has become even more of a mess because I was super frustrated trying to figure out where the little mountainside was for Mount Doom that comes with Barad-dûr, and with that was the figures that came in the Barad-dûr set with Frodo, Sam, and Gollum. And I was like, I can't have the base plate complete without having these minifigures in it. So it took me a while to find them, but I finally found them. So now I can finally finish this Lord of the Rings base plate and continue setting up that base plate and then moving on with other figures. And one thing I'll say is, I'll probably say this in the video, but I probably can't even guarantee you that it'll be 100% of the minifigures that I have, just because I don't think you guys understand how many minifigures like are in this collection that I have. Like, we didn't stick to one theme as we collected over the years, so it's just an explosion of minifigures. So it'll probably be like 80 to 90% of the minifigures. Mostly the ones that you'd care about. Maybe a couple years down the line, I'll do a more organized showcase of my minifigures. I think this will be still pretty organized, but still, you know. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know about that. The massive mess that I made to find those Lord of the Rings and Hobbit minifigures is finally cleaned up for the most part, I would say. And finally, the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit base plate is complete. So I'm gonna get that onto the metal shelf over there. And then got more minifigures down here that I'm gonna put on other base plates that I'm gonna rotate throughout the video. We've got a case of original Star Wars minifigures over there. And let me show you guys what I got at Target the other day. This will probably be to sell. This, let's see. I know it's a mini doll set. It's with Maleficent and Cruella. Got it on clearance for $20.99. So that'll be one for the inventory. And finally, I've been waiting for this set for a long time. Cobb Vanth Speeder is finally on sale at Target for $27.99. $35 was just too ridiculous for this set. But I'm glad it finally went on sale so I can finally have my hands on that. And one of the new CMF series, and it's one of the desirable ones, I will say that. I'm gonna do a video on it pretty soon, but I was pretty stoked when I found out they had one of these. So pretty cool stuff. And then if you guys are wondering what this is down here, this is, so I used to do a lot of Whatnot stuff. I used to do like this really niche thing called Build-A-Fig, where like people would come in and basically build their own fig out of the parts that I had. And I had a pretty organized setup for it, a lot of cool parts and stuff. And I just haven't had the heart to take it apart. So yeah, if you guys want to see me bring that back, I am all for that. Like, that was so much fun to do that. And it was just a lot of upkeep with like keeping up with the parts that people wanted and just having all the parts on the board all the time, having new rotation of parts, and keeping it interesting is a lot more difficult than you would think. So if you guys want to see that again, let me know. Forgot to mention, among the pile of Funko Pops and other figures, I have this Barnes & Noble paper pack. It is Lego related, so you might know what it is. I'm gonna be really late to making the video because it was all the way back in like the beginning of May that I got this. Some of you might know what it is, but yeah, stay tuned for that. It's Lego Star Wars. That's the hint that you get. But yeah, phase 2 is basically complete. As you can see, most of the base plates are filled up. Phase 3 is gonna be about putting these guys on the shelves and probably moving them in the center of the room so that you guys have a better look at all the figures in a very just centered view, I guess. And yeah, since there's obviously not enough room on that metal shelf to have all of the minifigures on display, what I'm going to do is have segments of the video where I rotate through each different base plate, 4 at a time, because there's 4 different layers that can be stacked up. That's how the Lego minifigure video is going to go. It's actually really exciting. I don't think I've ever had all of my minifigures out on display before, because I've always had to rotate between how many figures I can have on display at a time, because there's only so much space that you have to work with. So to have all of it out is like kind of eye-opening. This is gonna be a fantastic video. I hope you guys tune into it. It's gonna be really fun. And another thing is, it's really a shame that I have to move out of this space, because I would have loved to have used this space more to do more content and stuff of that nature, but I'm glad that I'm here now doing what I'm doing. So I can't wait to start recording this video. It should be started pretty soon, now that I've finished putting all the base plates together. Recording should start pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. One more thing to note is that this isn't even all the base plates that I have. Obviously you see some here, but I have some that I display in my room, so I'm going to take all those out and put them here also onto the shelf when the time comes for the video. That just puts into perspective the size of the collection. So unless you guys are content creators yourselves, I don't know how much you'll appreciate this, but there's the time. Obviously very late, but it was worth it because I got my end screen for my future YouTube videos done. So I'll show it off to you guys now. So there it is. And you might be thinking like, wow, like that shouldn't have taken you so much time, but believe it or not, picking out all of the elements and the right colors and the way everything is like laid out takes time. And not to mention the music also, like had to do some digging to find some music where I wouldn't get in trouble for each video that I do. So yeah, it's done, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. This is awesome. A quick little update on the status of the room. As you can see, if you guys had watched my video on my room tour, I had a whole collection of either empty or still sealed boxes of Lego here all across this wall that took up basically this whole corner, and now it's gone. It's all been packed up already, because if you didn't know, I am moving soon. So that is why things are going to start to look a lot emptier in here. There is even a bunch of my inventory that I had on these stackers here that is completely gone. It's already in boxes ready to go. So yeah, it's really weird to see. It's starting to get emptier and emptier, but it won't be fully empty for a little bit. But yeah, just wanted to cue that in. And that wraps up recording of the minifigure showcase. Took a lot longer than I thought, honestly, to get through all of it. I think I was just kind of taking my time going through each row of minifigures and such. So it's going to be a long video once I finish editing through it and getting to each part, because I kind of separated it into segments. You'll see once I post the video that it's like, I'll probably have it time stamped to where I do like part 1, part 2, and part 3. It's all going to be comprised in one video, but like there was so much. It's going to be an awesome video. And again, I'm going to do the same thing for editing. I'm going to take my time with it. I don't want to rush it too much. I'm going to make sure this is an awesome video for you guys to see. It's so crazy because I mentioned this in the video, but I never get to see all of my minifigures out like this at one time. It would probably be like this, but like cut down in half, and like I would never see all of it. Super cool stuff. Super cool. And like, I think you guys will probably be blown away by it. Kind of mind-blowing. So I really hope you guys liked the video, and this will probably be one of the last like little bits of the vlog that I do, since I already finished recording. This is gonna be really cool. I can't wait for you guys to see. Alright, so that was the first ever vlog on the channel. If this is your first time here on the Bricks Unlimited channel, consider subscribing. Also, consider dropping a like. If this is the kind of content you like, stick around and check out some of the other videos I've done. I've tried to really push out some more long form content. Short form content is nice and all, but I've done it long enough to where I now want to branch out and start something new and try out the whole, long form creative avenue. So I hope you guys will support me on that journey, and I will still do short form content, every so often. You'll probably see more of that on my TikTok. I'll try to post some shorts on here, that are kind of akin to what I do on TikTok and such, and maybe on Instagram also. So my Instagram is also the same as my name on YouTube, bricks.unlimited. So if you want to check out the stuff that I've got going on there, that would be greatly appreciated. And also my TikTok name is the same as that name that I just mentioned. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in the next one.